South Africa is going through the birth pains of a new democracy, but is likely to emerge stronger if it builds on its strengths. That's the view of Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, Amina Mohammed, who will deliver this year's annual Nelson Mandela Lecture at Cape Town's International Convention Centre on Saturday. Speaking exclusively to SABC News in New York ahead of her departure for South Africa, Mohammed indicated she'd focus on the opportunity of what the new 2030 development framework provides and offer solutions that address the theme of this year's lecture.
She's the most powerful woman at the United Nations, appointed the organization's number 2 after a process last year that for the first time sought but failed to elect a woman as Secretary General.
When I saw the title, I thought, goodness me, this sounds very sterile. It's got all the right words in it. How do you communicate that to an audience that comes there to celebrate the life of Madiba? So for me, it's about setting the scene. First, you know that I'm not one of those fortunate people that met this great man, but we sort of stand on his shoulders and we celebrate him and we try to be like him when we grow up. But so it's setting the scene, what he stood for, what he opened up space for in terms of gender equality and participation, inclusion, and then really to talk about the challenges that we have today in spite of what we've tried to do.
The Mandela Lecture is viewed by many as an opportunity to take the temperature of the country's democracy, a question I put to her.
I think it's going through its birth pains. I mean, I think this is a nation that is birthing through a democracy, a constitution that is quite remarkable. And I think it will have a path that will have many potholes, but they come out of them stronger. And I think that that's what we have to build on, is to look for the strengths, to learn the lessons. And in a sense, it's not just South Africa, across the continent, across the world, democracy is being challenged. And I think it's because we have not found our place for it, in that it addresses everyone and it doesn't leave anyone behind. It is about a certain class or party or elite. It's never about everyone. And I think that this is what we're all grappling with.
She was born in Gombe State, Nigeria, 56 years ago, the eldest of 5 daughters, a wife and a mother of 6, a grandmother, and a former environment minister in her country, but describes herself in more humble terms.
I'm a development worker, all the rest are titles. It's been my story, my pathway has never been one that I have said this is the career path I want. It's been one in which I've been presented with challenges and I've worked through them. But I think most important, I've been a woman of color, and I've been a Muslim. And in all varying circumstances, it's been tough. But with everything that is tough is an opportunity, and we've managed to overcome those. So I would say that I was a survivor, and from the day I was born was breach, I landed on my feet.
The DSG reveals she was in complete shock when invited to deliver the lecture.
I thought they were just asking a number of people. So when it actually came out, I was shocked, because I have to say that this is not something that I thought I had grown up to do just yet. Okay.
Mohammed will be the 15th person to deliver the Mandela Lecture after its inauguration by former United States President Bill Clinton in 2003. Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.